going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is part 2 of WWE Off The Script, episode number 69 for your Saturday morning. You guys know the deal. This is the #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. Nobody delivers you the news like JD does right here on Off The Script, guys. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow me all over social media to keep up to date on everything I do on this channel, including WWE. And, as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. Stone Cold Stunner that motherfucker and hit that subscribe button because, like I said, you're not going to get WWE news like anywhere else except Off The Script. Now, reason why I mentioned the Stone Cold Stunner, man, big news regarding Stone Cold Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, and Wrestlemania 32. Reports have been going crazy about Stone Cold Steve Austin, and now he says on his podcast that he will not be wrestling Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Last week, Paul Heyman appeared on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast on the WWE Network to much praise from audiences. During the show, Heyman pressed Austin about a potential match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, which Austin said if it took place, it would need to be a Texas death match. The segment raised a lot of eyebrows and started the ball rolling to what many believed would be a match between the two Titans. However, in the newest edition of his podcast, which is a replay of the one airing on the WWE Network, Austin prefaces the tape conversation with a warning that WWE fans should not get their hopes up in regards to a match between Steve Austin and Brock Lesnar. Paulie kind of flipped the script and he wanted to ask a few questions, Austin said. I didn't know what Paul was going to ask, and he started talking about Brock Lesnar and WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. And of course, boy, I bit the hook. Hook, line, and sinker. Stone Cold mode. Started cutting a half-ass promo. I wasn't trying to, and it ended up me talking about whooping Brock's ass because as Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's the only way I could see that match going down. But here's the thing. What it did was kind of raise people's hopes, trying to get Lesnar and Austin back in the ring at WrestleMania, alright? Halfway kind of half-ass booked myself into a match, and that was not my intention. I did not want to raise the hopes of so many people. So at WrestleMania 32, I don't believe you're going to see Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same ring. So it wasn't my intention to book the territory or spin a match or to sell a match. So I just wanted to make that clear to everybody. And I'll tell you what, the people that have followed my career from day one or from whatever, follow it to this day, have been so good to me and have been to hell and back with me. So I wasn't trying to spin anything up. Don't want to sell a match, not trying to book a match. So Brock Lesnar will continue down the road that he's going down. I'm going to continue going down my road, Austin says, if I can get my fucking computer to work. I'm going to go down the road I'm going down, which is hosting podcasts and hosting the Broken Skull Challenge. With this, it appears Austin is closing the book on a match at WrestleMania 32. Now, I got news, more news, according to several other sources that I am subscribed to, okay, over the Stone Cold Steve Austin situation and working WrestleMania 32. This is insider information you're not going to hear anywhere else except right here on Off The Script. There is no concrete plan as of right now for Brock Lesnar versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for WrestleMania 32. Austin hasn't even been approached about a match by WWE officials. Austin and Paul Heyman decided to plant seeds on their podcast interview and had some fun doing it, but it wasn't step one in an angle. Heyman and Austin were smart enough to put some pressure on WWE to go in that direction based on what they did. While the preliminary WrestleMania 32 plans that are reported are very accurate as of last week on Off The Script, right now they are said to be in very light pencil, meaning anything could be erased and redone and rethought of at any time of the day, the week, the month, according to WWE. Vince McMahon doesn't know if he has The Rock, and he knows if he wants Austin, it would take serious money. He's not operating under the assumption that he has Austin. In Vince's mind, The Rock is far more likely, which leaves Rock versus Brock, with the possibilities of John Cena versus Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker versus Sting very strong. Listen, I'm going to throw this out there, and this is the only thing I'm going to mention right now. You can't believe what Austin is saying. Austin is going to play very timid with all this news and rumors about a match with Brock Lesnar about WrestleMania 32. He's not going to come out and outwardly say it. I am pretty positive, and I'm not an insider, I am pretty positive that Vince McMahon has approached him. I am pretty positive WWE officials have approached him. The thought of Austin being at WrestleMania is there, okay? If Austin wants Mania, this is the time to do it. You're not going to do it any other year. If Austin wants to make one massive payday, if he wants that one huge send-off that he so rightfully deserves in his hometown, in front of the biggest crowd in the company's history, a company that he helped save. He's the biggest superstar in the company's history. There's no better way to do it, and there's no better place to do it than at WrestleMania and in Dallas at WrestleMania 32. Austin will be there. Austin will be at WrestleMania, hook, line, or sinker. By hook or by crook, he will be at WrestleMania. Why? Because it's a smart business decision. If Vince wants to sell WrestleMania, if Vince wants to sell out that arena, Austin needs to be there. Jim Ross is not going to say it outwardly. Austin is not going to outwardly say it. Heyman, Lesnar's not going to come out and say anything. Austin will be at WrestleMania. Will he be in a fighting role, a wrestling role? We don't know. I would bet my bank account, the kids, the house, the dog, the cat, I would bet on it that Austin is in the ring at WrestleMania 32 one more time in front of the largest crowd in WWE history. That's all I'm saying. It's a smart business move, and I know Vince wants Austin at Mania. He's going to throw every fucking dollar at him to get him there. Austin's not going to say it right now. It wouldn't be a wise business move. You got to wait till contracts are signed, T's are crossed, I's are dotted. You got to wait. But Austin will be there at WrestleMania. Okay, now, moving on. I got news on an NXT superstar who is very unhappy with Kevin Owens' call-up to the WWE main roster. There are some talents in NXT that are upset with Kevin Owens already getting called up to the main roster. His contract has already been converted. It's a situation where some people have been in developmental forever, and they see a new guy come right in and get fast-tracked to the main roster. Morale has been much better since Bill DeMott left, but the last couple of weeks have been featured, or have featured a period of complaints because of the situation with Kevin Owens right now on Monday Night Raw with John Cena. Tyler Breeze was one name in particular that was very vocal, complaining about guys being stuck down there for so long, while Owens waltzes right in to a major push on the WWE main roster with John Cena. Update on severe injury with Tyson Kidd. He suffered a vertebrae injury in his bout with Samoa Joe last week. WWE expects him to be out for a few months at minimum, but it's too early to tell if it will heal without surgery. If his body doesn't respond well to treatment, he'll need surgery, which will delay his return even longer. It was described as a wait-and-see approach to see if he would avoid having cervical fusion surgery. Now, the NXT situation with Tyler Breeze, I understand the frustration. I understand his frustration with not being promoted and working his ass off and trying to get there. Kevin Owens just comes on in and pretty much gets a main roster spot with a big feud that people would fucking dream to have, that would die to have with John Cena. And Tyler Breeze is complaining. This is the problem with buddying with Triple H and showing favoritism on Triple H's behalf with some of the guys that he's gotten very close to in NXT. Apparently Tyler Breeze is not one of those guys, so obviously Tyler Breeze is now complaining, but it would be best if Tyler Breeze kept his mouth shut, because nobody, as we've seen in various reports, that has opened their mouth when it comes to WWE and the way they do business and with who they push and who they favor over someone else. Keep your mouth shut, otherwise you'll never make the main roster. You'll never get out of NXT. You'll never get to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Keep your mouth shut and continue working as you know you can down at NXT. Bust your ass even more. Make this work and take this and work harder. Make this your motivation. being that Kevin Owens is going to drop the title to Baylor and move on to the main roster permanently. Use this as motivation. Tyler Breeze deserves to be on the main roster, but you got to call these guys up right. You got to, make a right decision when calling them up. You got to be smart about it. Would Tyler Breeze just want to be called up for the sake of being called up? No, he wants to be in a storyline that's worth it and has meaning and makes sense for him to be called up. He wants his debut on the main roster to mean something, to be special. Keep your mouth shut. If you continue opening your mouth, you're never going to get anywhere, especially if it's going against someone like Triple H and his boys. You'll never make Monday Night Raw. So keep your mouth shut. Tyler Breeze is complaining about Kevin Owens being fast-tracked. Let me know what you guys think about that one, man. That's a very, very sticky situation. There's a lot of gray areas there. You can't really talk about it. You can't really say anything. And Tyler Breeze apparently is one opening his mouth about, Kevin Owens being promoted. So let me know what you guys think about that one. And that's a very interesting story, to say the least. And finally, guys, to end this week's Off the Script Part 2, even though WWE is not advertising him on WWE.com, Brock Lesnar is scheduled to return this coming Monday on Monday Night Raw in Cleveland. Paul Heyman is also scheduled to be there as well. The Quicken Loans Arena website does not have him mentioned on there either, so he may be meant to come in as a surprise. The dark match is being advertised as John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kevin Owens. Please hand me a fucking pillow. Lesnar is also scheduled with Heyman for the June 22nd Raw in Indianapolis. He is also being advertised for that show. It looks like both Paul Heyman and Lesnar will be appearing on most of the TV shows for the next couple of months, leading up to SummerSlam. Thank fucking Christ. Monday Night Raw has been fucking god-awful lately. So hopefully Heyman, not hopefully, I know for a fact Heyman and Lesnar will amp up Monday Night Raw and give us must-see television. Lesnar's next major match will be at the Battleground pay-per-view, which I reported right here on Off the Script, on July 29th. So it looks like Monday will be the start of his storyline. Everybody presumes that he will be facing Seth Rollins on that show. As noted, Lesnar is flying to Tokyo and will be facing Kofi Kingston on the WWE Network special. That show is not expected to be promoted like a major show like they did with the Elimination Chamber. Can't wait to see Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw. Can't wait to see Paul Heyman on Monday Night Raw with that microphone and those promos, and it's going to be great, man. At least those two we can count on to give us quality fucking segments on Monday Night Raw. Now we got Lesnar, Heyman, and Kevin Owens, Adrian Neville. Monday Night Raw, man, needs to really pick it up. It's been slacking. It's been struggling. It's been fucking awful. I've been falling asleep before the show ends. Can't do it no more, man. I don't want to spend my Monday nights like that. I want to be excited for wrestling on Monday. Monday Night Raw is just not hitting the strides. Hopefully with this whole Lesnar, Heyman, and SummerSlam build towards August, we'll get a lot more intriguing television on Monday nights. But that is Off the Script, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on Part 2. If I got any more news, I will definitely report it on Part 3, but right now, it's looking a little dry this weekend when it comes to WWE news and rumors. Regardless of that, I will be back. I will definitely let you guys know if I will be back. But if you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the top stories on Part 2. And as always, the #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. Subscribe for some more, and I'll be back hopefully on Sunday morning with more Off the Script. This is JD, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.